it wasn't ready to go anywhere. Okay? Welcome back. Thank you, honey. That knowingness, that the next step is already included in your last step, is divine knowledge. That is divine wisdom, guys. But what happens is the mind gets involved. Let's say, for example, this house is, it's one of those party nights at this house. There are 150 people rocking out in this house. And you are attempting to go to the refrigerator to get something. Look how easily it is to be distracted along your path trying to get to the refrigerator to get the very thing that you need. And you're moving, you're shifting, you're going through the crowd. There's people that are wanting to talk to you, wanting to get you in their situation that they've got going on. They're wanting to distract you. But what do you have to do? If it is a necessary thing that you've got to get, you stay focused, correct? And you get to the refrigerator. However you need to manipulate and move through the crowd. Every step getting you there is preparing you for the next step. Now, there's nothing wrong with letting yourself be distracted. There's nothing wrong with it, as long as you know what is happening and you are going along with it. But look how often you get distracted by things, outside superfluous things that really have nothing to do with your final destination. And the next thing you know, by the time you've got to the refrigerator, you've forgotten what you were even going for. I know all of y'all know what I'm talking about. So what are we ultimately talking about here? We are ultimately talking about being true to your desires, being true to knowing what it is that you are wanting as a final outcome, and no matter what, not letting anything get in your way between point A and point Z. What we are also talking about here is staying focused and not letting the whim of the mind get you involved or engaged with whatever it is that it is wanting you to get involved with or get engaged with. Sometimes it's pleasant. Sometimes it's less than pleasant. But we've got to know that we ultimately have the power, the divine source that is up inside of us, that is wanting to support us, getting us to our destination. Divine source is more than willing to support you to get to the next source. But what we end up doing in life, more times than not, is we think that we have no choice. Or we think that we only have one or two choices. And I'm wanting you to realize that you have got a choice in every direction in 360 degrees that you turn. That is why I'm wanting you to begin to take what your dream state is offering you of dreaming in color and staying true to the kaleidoscope that life is offering you, but understand the alchemy of sorts. I only dream in color. There's a bunch of hairdressers in this room that understand this. And painters too. When you mix blue and yellow together, you get green. Red and blue make
Purple.
right. But if you want green, can you mix blue and orange? No. And that's what we do, is we're going through life and we're at blue. We've got blue in our hands. And we are wanting to create green. And the next thing you know, some orange fella over here is very seductive. He's got some pretty eyes, nice lips, and a nice round ass to hold on to. You know, and the next thing you know, you're seduced by the orange man.
At least one.
So you're seduced by the orange man, and you forget all about that your optimum goal was to create green. Now, if you change midstream, that's cool. But change midstream consciously. Change midstream with a definite reason. Just don't let some man or some woman with pretty eyes or a seductive voice take you off of what it is that you are wanting. Now, if that seductive voice and the pretty eyes have what you want, by all means, lay up and have a good time. But you've got to know the difference. You've got to know when you are being seduced. And seduction happens in a lot of different ways. Seduction can happen in requirements and limitations. For an example, you want to do something in life. All right, I'll give you a prime example. This was a client that I am coaching who is bedridden right now. She can't move. So I go to her home. And one of the things that we were talking about this week was her desire to be useful. Okay? She wanted to be useful in life. But she was letting the seduction of what the mind was saying about her requirements not being able to be useful while she was in bed. Her mind was seducing her, telling her that once she got out of bed, once she got out of bed, then she could be useful. And I reminded her that she could be useful right where she was at. I said, you've got people that are doing your laundry now. Tell them when they bring it out of the dryer, bring it to you and let you fold it. Another thing, I said, I know there are plenty of dresser drawers in this house that need to be cleaned out. That you have waited for, well, I don't feel like it today, I've got other things that I could be doing today. Well, now you're laying here bedridden. Now get your husband to bring you a dresser drawer at a time and a trash can and go through it. Okay? The mind is, or you have a soul's desire to do something. And the next thing you know, your mind seduces you, telling you that it's not important, you are not adequately supplied to be able to do it.